bitches only!
Where the fuck should I really even start?
Hey y'all, I've been sitting on this footage for weeks now, but here's the vlog for my birthday weekend earlier this month. Sylvia came over to pick me up for our road trip to Memphis, and she bought me a cookies and cream cake and a platypus squishmallow that I sleep with every night now. Of course, we had to stop by Buc-ee's along the way. If y'all don't already know, Buc-ee's is a combo of a gas station and convenience store. You have choices to get fresh foods like pulled pork sandwiches and candied almonds, but you can also get the usual gas station stuff like gummy worms and other candies. Buc-ee's is also known to have the cleanest bathrooms. You have private stalls with hand sanitizer in each one. I'm looking back on this footage right now, and I actually have my wristlet hanging in one of the stalls in this moment, which I completely forgot and left. It took me a good maybe 10 minutes of browsing the store before I suddenly realized I didn't have my wristlet. Thankfully, Buc-ee's staff is superior and they kept it safe for me when they found it. It is truly an American gem. Anyways, I bought a sausage kolache for the first time and it was friggin' delicious. The bread was kind of sweet, almost like how Hawaiian roll is kind of sweet. The sausage was juicy and eating it with a fat dill pickle just made the whole thing. Mwah, chef's kiss. A few hours later, we were in Memphis and picked up Crystal to head to the hotel. Of course, we had to stock up our mini fridge for the weekend. BioLite is an absolute necessity when we're all together. The girls were so cute, they decided the theme for my birthday was Jenny, meaning they dress in all black. Crystal literally owns like 4 black things in her entire closet and she's wearing half of them here. We went out to Coastal Fish Company at sunset, which was incredibly lovely. After our first drink, we decided we wanted to set up some goals for the weekend.
Alright, so my goal for the weekend is to not cry because I've been very emotional for Aries season, so I hope I don't cry and check back in later to see if I made it.
Okay, my goal for the weekend is to not throw up. Also, I never look at the camera, I look at myself.
My goal for the weekend is to, make out with a hot woman that's not Jenny. It doesn't count. My friends are the hottest ones that you're gonna see, so like one notch below them.
Take a wild guess as to whether or not Sylvia met her goal. Anyways, back to this food. To start off, we ordered a shit ton of oysters. These are the rub and leach dressed oysters, which are topped with caviar and comes with a pipette of champagne. We also ordered the sunset sashimi, the beef tenderloin carpaccio, and even more oysters. The Hong Kong dressed oysters are wrapped in ahi and topped with wasabi tobiko truffle and comes with a pipette of yuzu ponzu sauce. The sunset sashimi is tuna and salmon sashimi with truffle ponzu, yuzu, and jalapeno. Sylvia ordered the salmon, I ordered the seafood gumbo, mashed potatoes, and Crystal ordered the classic wedge salad and tomato bisque. And of course, we ordered more oysters. These are the Meyer lemon and lump crab broiled oysters. We only ordered half a dozen, but the kitchen ended up making extra for another table, so the server thought of us and gave it to us free of charge. And they gave me my favorite dessert, a creme brulee, for my birthday. After dinner, we went back to the hotel so I can open Sylvia's present, which was a Hello Kitty sheet mask and a custom sweatshirt with Coco on it. I'm obsessed. Coco merch, gonna be dropping soon, so keep a lookout. Then we went to Tin Roof for some drinkies, music, and general debauchery. Homegirl over here was getting into it. And we saw 3 fights in a span of 10 minutes because there are always fights when we get together. Maybe it's just the chaotic energy that's in the air, but overall, pretty fun night. The next day, the girls took me to the Peabody for afternoon tea, which wasn't even supposed to happen because they were booked solid. But Crystal worked some miracles and was able to get us in because she knew I would absolutely love it. I am so eternally grateful and beyond lucky to have such amazing friends who cared this much about me and put in this much effort to make me happy. The experience was absolutely divine. It's 3 courses, savory, daily scone, and an assortment of desserts. And of course, you get your pick of tea. I usually order green teas, but the peach blossom white tea blend sounded fantastic, so Crystal and I ordered that, while Sylvia ordered the jade cloud green tea. I don't exactly remember what each item was, and they're not on the menu since the food is always made seasonally, but I do know I loved every single thing they made. The tea was delicious and fragrant as well. Usually I don't like scones because they're always dry, but the Peabody does it right. They were also filling, so by the time dessert came around, we could only eat a couple of bites before just getting it to go. I did end up eating the dessert later, and yeah, absolutely delicious. The Peabody also prepared a red velvet birthday cupcake for me with the signature Peabody chocolate ducky on top. If you're ever in Memphis, go to the Peabody afternoon tea. Not only is the food delicious and the staff extremely friendly, but the venue is absolutely gorgeous.
Update, edit. Jenny, edit the other one out.
goal for the weekend is to get one ugly photo of Crystal so I can update her contact picture. My eyes only, for nobody else, but I need an ugly photo. My goal for the weekend is to not let Sylvia take a bad picture of me.
After tea, we immediately started getting ready for the barrister's ball, basically a prom for lawyers. I was debating on whether to wear my opaque gloves or my mesh gloves, but ended up choosing the mesh gloves. Got my pearl jewelry on, wore red strappy heels to balance all of the black, and I stuck little pearls on my eyes to match my jewelry. Then we went back to the Peabody because that's where the barrister's ball was held, and immediately Sylvia and I knew we had to get drinks in us. It was an open bar, but Sylvia gave the bartender a fat tip if she poured her drinks with a heavy hand, and she did not disappoint. Of course, the venue was gorgeous, and being with Crystal felt like we knew the most popular girl in school because she was being pulled left and right by everybody. The ball only had wine or beer, so the girls and I decided to go down to the real bar at the Peabody and get some lemon drops in us. Then we showed out on the dance floor, had a few more lemon drops, and by then we were pretty plastered. They also had a fajitas bar, but Sylvia and I are the kind of drunks where if we're drunk enough, we lose some of our senses because we could not smell or taste anything. I'm also the kind of drunk that's really friendly, and I end up befriending random girls in the bathroom and even pulled out glass from this girl's foot. So that was fun. I also got invited to Crystal's friend's wedding, whom I had just met that night. So overall, a successful night. When we got back to the hotel, Crystal and I ordered way too much Taco Bell and decided to put on one of my comfort shows, Mindhunter. It's about serial killers. I was wanting to go out instead, but Sylvia was knocked the fuck out. So that's what we did over my birthday weekend. I started missing Crystal as soon as we left, but she'll be in Atlanta next month.
So I fulfilled my goal of not throwing up this weekend. Did you fulfill your goal?
I failed.
You failed. Both goals. Could not take an ugly picture of Crystal, and could not kiss a hot woman that was not me or Crystal.
And I kissed Jenny.
She kissed me. So one of Crystal's goals was to not have Sylvia take an ugly picture of her. She fulfilled that. And Crystal's first goal was to not cry this weekend, and she fulfilled that. But I did make her teary-eyed at the very last minute because I said I was gonna cry leaving her, and she got teary-eyed. So she didn't cry.
She didn't cry because a tear did not roll down her face.
A tear did not roll down her face, but I did make her teary-eyed. I was so close to making her so close. I was so close.
Oh yeah, and we met Bucky the Beaver at Bucky's on our way back to Atlanta. Until next time, okay, bye!
Hot girl, but I'm still the coldest. Hey, I'm the big homie, but I ain't the oldest.